Welcome back to the Stephan Show. My name is Graham and welcome to my show. And yes, I get every single one of your messages. You guys always alert me the second a new Millennial Money video comes out. You guys are DMing me, you guys are commenting, you guys are literally sending me emails. You're sending me like messages on carrier pigeons to let me know that a new Millennial Money episode is out. And don't you worry, you guys, I have my notifications turned on for CNBC Make It. I see every single one of their videos as soon as it posts, and as soon as I see a Millennial Money come up on my phone screen, I know it's gonna be a really good day. And today is no exception because we're going to be watching this video that just recently posted. It is called Living on $120K a year in the DC area. Wait for it. Millennial Money. I'm already just way too excited to watch this episode. We don't have to drag this intro out any longer. All I'm gonna ask is that you guys destroy the like button for the YouTube algorithm because like I said, it greatly helps out my channel. Also, I'm gonna mention to you if you guys want free stocks, link down below in the description. So with that said, let's see how far $120,000 a year goes in the DC area. Millennial Money.
I'm Garrett Ramella. I'm 24 years old. I make $120,000 a year and I live in the Washington, D.C. area.
For a second there, I thought that was almost the Santa Monica Pier. I think any Ferris wheel on the beach, I'm always going to assume it's a Santa Monica Pier.
I work as an information systems and financial consultant. I'm a defense contractor for a company called Titan 10.
Yeah, you know this is going to be good if he's a financial consultant. He's 24 years old, making $120,000 a year. So already, we're off to a pretty good start. But we're going to see just how much of that $120,000 he's actually saving and investing. Hopefully, it's all of it, and then I won't get angry.
In my junior year of high school, I found out about a personal finance class, and everything just clicked. I'm like, you could go into a profession that you can learn more about your financial situation and also help other people.
Whoa! Okay, so we got quite the expenses here. I was actually not expecting this. Garrett's typical monthly budget, $12,232. What I don't understand is that this budget is more than he's making a year. How does this work? Let's look at this. Let's start off with the very top one. Debt repayment, $5,000 a month. That is credit card and personal loan. Why is that so high? Like, what sort of debt repayment costs $5,000 a month? Unless it's like he owes like $10,000 and he's paying it all off in 2 months. In which case, maybe that's a little bit more reasonable, but I bet we're going to be hearing more about this. Okay, next we got housing, $2,704 a month. That is the mortgage, HOA fees, and 2 parking spots. 2 parking spots. Oh, that is one of the things that, like, I am so happy I don't have to pay additional for parking. Like, I got just amazing driveway parking, can park like 7 cars in a driveway if you stack them up. That is one of my biggest pet peeves in the entire world, is ever having to pay for parking. You know, overall he's owning the place, and given how much money he's making, that actually seems pretty reasonable to me. So I'm gonna let that one go. That one seems okay to me. And then we got rental property expenses, $1,845 a month. Okay, so he definitely has money coming in from the rental property that's probably, I'm guessing, in addition to the $120,000 a year. We'll hope it is. Then we got food. Whoa. Let's take a break here. $1,500 a month on food. We have groceries, dining out, happy hours. It doesn't sound that happy if he's spending $1,500 a month on food. I mean, to me that sounds more like unhappy hours. Like, I would be having a very miserable time if I'm spending that much money on food. What is he eating? Is he going out and eating like lobster and caviar every night? Or is he going and cooking at home like, you know, puffer fish? Well, we're gonna find more information on that. That to me seems a little high. And then we got entertainment, $400 a month. You know, okay, fine. You know, I would be also entertained by going and eating out $1,500 a month in food, but you know, I guess going and eating out that much is not exciting enough on its own, so you need to spend some more money in entertainment. That's fine. Then we got miscellaneous, $290 a month on Spotify donations, gifts, home supplies. What sort of home supplies do you need every month that cost that much money? But anyway, okay, miscellaneous expenses, it's not the end of the world. Utilities, $200 a month, water, electric, and Wi-Fi. Okay, that one seems reasonable. Then we got $150 a month on gas and tolls. Okay, savings. Only $100 a month on savings. That seems like That's a shame. Why are you making so much money and only putting away $100 a month in savings, unless the debt is absolutely disastrous? So we'll see on that. And then car insurance, $43 a month that's insane. Props to you, $43 a month for car insurance. I have to say, that is phenomenal, and that I approve of.
So whenever you go into the U.S. Armed Forces, you receive the VA Home Loan, which is a guaranteed program that allows you to purchase a property as your primary residence for zero money down. You don't have to pay for private mortgage insurance. When there's not 20% equity in the property, you don't have to have those additional payments, which is a really nice benefit. And you get a really good interest rate, which is really competitive in terms of, conventional financing.
Okay, that's pretty smart. I totally agree with that. And especially as a veteran, there's so many programs available to you, including this one, to be able to buy a property. And this can make a phenomenal investment for him long term, especially if he keeps it, 10 years or so, and then rents it out in the future, and then goes and buys another property, rents that one out too. I mean, this could easily get you started on a great path towards real estate investing, not to mention, if he decides to rent out one of his unused bedrooms, that's an additional source of income, and he could further bring down his home expenses by doing that. Oh, there we go. What did I say? I literally just said that. He's got a roommate paying him $1,000 a month. There we go. That is the right way to do this. In terms of his real estate, I can't knock him on this whatsoever. He is a perfect example of what, honestly, every 20-something should be doing. Just do what Garrett does. Go and buy a place, intend to hold it long term, then rent out the bedrooms and live there, hopefully for a very low cost. Like, I have a feeling when you count for his equity in the property and also maybe a few write-offs, this is almost as though he's potentially getting a free place to stay. Almost. I have a feeling he's coming out of pocket maybe, I don't know, like $500, $600 a month or so, but you got to admit, I mean, that's pretty good for being able to own a place and make some money and build some equity.
Bought a 2-bedroom, and the goal is to always have a roommate, because one, I'm never home, and two, if I could provide one of my friends a place to stay at a cheaper price than what they're getting in DC, then I'm going to do that and help them out, and at the same time it helps me out as well.
He has honestly such a good philosophy when it comes to that. I really believe your 20s, you could get away with doing so much in your 20s. No one is ever going to bat an eye if you're like 25, 26, 27 years old and living with roommates, especially if you own the place. Everyone's just going to be like applauding you for doing a great job. I think as you get older though, it gets a little bit more difficult to have roommates, especially if you're in your 40s and you have a wife and you have like 4 children. And then you also have like Larry and Bob who live with you as well. Your college frat buddies living in a few of the bedrooms, each paying you $1,000 a month. Like, it just gets more and more difficult. But in your 20s, you can get away with all of this. Like, now is the best time in your entire life to go and do stuff like this. It's so worth it.
My plan is to not be here forever, but to continue purchasing properties, pulling equity out of other properties, and using the tax laws to really get a sizable real estate portfolio that I could have.
Again, he said it here, but that's the best way to go about it. It's also what's known as the BRRRR strategy. It's when you buy a property, you renovate it, you then rent it out, and then you refinance it to pull out all of your equity in the property, and then you repeat that by taking your equity and going and doing it again with another property. You just keep doing this, you cycle the money through a deal after deal after deal, and then over time you just accumulate a whole bunch of rental properties that are hopefully each cash flowing. And if he could do this, he could be set over the next 10 or 15 years.
Everyone always says like, hey, you spend $1,500 to go out to eat all the time.
Yes, Garrett, that's exactly what I said.
And being a business major and like kind of understanding economics, it's really an opportunity cost. So I will pay a premium to be able to eat out for convenience and not have to travel back home, especially in the DC area where traffic could be 2 hours.
What is he talking about with the convenience factor? All you need to do is meal prep at home. When he's home, he could take like 20 minutes out of his entire day to go and meal prep for like the next few days. Just, chicken, Brussels sprouts, maybe some fish, maybe throw in some steaks. Honestly, for like $500 a month on groceries, you could eat like a king for the entire month with like really high quality foods instead of going out and like getting Chipotle every day, instead of going out and like eating at Mastro's or wherever he's eating. It's too much money. He could easily save like $800 without even thinking about it, just by going and meal prepping at home.
So if I spend a little bit more money, I could have a dinner with some friends and have some social life instead of coming home to make a grilled cheese sandwich. I really get to spend more time doing things that I love and not worrying about washing the dishes, which is the worst chore ever, even with a dishwasher.
You know, it's actually really not that bad. Now, I have a dishwasher. I have never used it. Like, I'm so afraid of using it because it sounds so stupid, but I bought this dishwasher like brand new, and I've been so prideful, like keeping it perfectly pristine clean. And I've never used it. In like almost 3 years, I think it is, I have yet to use the dishwasher. But it's super easy. Like, all I do is I have one plate that I use, one glass that I use, one set of utensils, and that's it. And then when you use a plate, all you gotta do is just clean that one plate and put it back. And that's it. And when you use a glass, you just clean that one glass. It's never like you get a pile of dishes because you just clean whatever you use. It's really easy stuff. Anyway, but he does have a point of going and enjoying yourself and living life and going and seeing your friends. You know, I'm all for that, but it doesn't need to be expensive. Like, going and seeing your friends could be as simple as like going over to their place and like playing a board game. Go and have people over. You could eat at home. You could drink at home. You don't have to spend, so much money going out to restaurants. That is incredible to be able to own 2 rental properties at the age of 24 years old. This guy, I guarantee it, is going places. And those places are happy hour restaurants so he could spend more money. I don't like that.
The Alexandria property, it's actually located in North Old Town. And if you have watched the news lately, Amazon has come in to Crystal City. And just over the past year, the property values have went up 20%. So that was pretty good.
Good investment. I am all for that. And honestly, even if you're only making a few $100s a month, you start stacking that. $300 a month here, $200 a month here, $400 a month here, and it really starts adding up. And at the same time, you're paying down all the loans and the values are going up over the long term. He's going to be doing really, really, really well. And for him to start getting into all of this in his early 20s, I mean, really, the sky is the limit. My only advice to Garrett, if he's watching this, is just don't sell these properties. Just keep them long term, keep the property tax basis on them low, and then continue going and recycling that money and that equity into other deals, into more deals, into more deals, and build a little empire that you could then spend eating out on food.
A lot of changes have happened in the last year that has required me to buy furniture or purchase renovation materials, and a lot of that was financed with short-term debt, credit cards.
$47,500 in debt between credit cards, a personal loan, and student loans. Yeah, no wonder he's trying to pay that off at $5,000 a month. Holy crap! What happened there? I don't get it. He is so smart. Like, I don't get what's going on here, because on the one hand, he's going and buying like rental properties and renting out bedrooms for $1,000 a month and being so smart by investing his money. And then you see $47,500 in debt. What happened? Why do you have to do that and then at the same time go and spend $1,500 a month on food? If I was this much in debt, especially credit card debt, I would basically, you lock yourself inside, you don't leave the house, you eat just oatmeal and eggs, and you keep doing that until all of your debt is paid off, and then, when all of this is paid off, you can reward yourself by going out to eat with your friends. But until then, like, wow.
Instead of putting more into a savings account or into a retirement account, my main focus now is to get the debt repaid as quickly as possible. And that's going to be possible because of the increased income that I have gotten over the last few months. If I'm paying 20% interest on a credit card, that's just unwise. So the biggest thing is just getting the debt repaid. Most of it has been interest-free, which is great, but it is at that point now where I kind of have to focus on the debt repayment.
Yeah, at least that's the right attitude to have, and he understands the severity of the situation that he's in, and having that much short-term debt on credit cards and personal loans is just ridiculous. But I agree with him. If I were him, postpone doing everything else. You want to pay off that debt as soon as humanly possible, and at least he's doing that and he recognizes that.
I want to be a CFO, and I think CFOs in the future really have to know how to use IT to create business value and be able to use IT to talk finance and accounting.
Yeah, like this guy could be so smart, like he's using every resource he has at his disposal, taking advantage of it. So from that perspective, like you can tell he's a really smart guy, but then going and there's other things that just, it doesn't make sense. Like he's so smart on the one hand, and then just making a few bad decisions on the other. Like I'm hoping he just got all of these bad decisions out of the way, maybe he can cut back a little bit on his food, not go and spend $47,500 on stuff, and then continue on this path that he's on right now.
I am currently using the Post 9/11 GI Bill, which is a Veterans Affairs sponsored program that kind of pays the tuition. There's a bunch of stipulations with it, but for the most part, as of last year, I had $46,000 of tuition paid for at American University. And during my time at school, I received $24.36 every month. That is a tax-free entitlement for housing.
I mean, good for him. Again, he's using everything he possibly can. That's incredible for him to be able to do this. I just wish he's able to save all that money, cut down on food, and then pay off all that credit card debt, chalk that up to like, a learning experience, and then move on from that. But overall, from what I've seen so far, like 90% of what he's doing is really good. Garrett, what are you doing? I know you racked up some credit card bills there, but that should be entirely paid for with credit card churning. I've talked about this so many times. All you need to do is go and put your normal expenditures on a credit card, get the points, and then you could use those points towards round-trip plane tickets to Seattle to go and see your girlfriend. That would be amazing. The American Express Gold Card, for instance, has an offer out there between 30 and 50,000 points. I think it's when you spend like $2,000 or $3,000 in the first 3 months of having the card. That's equivalent to basically 2 round-trip plane tickets. So there you go. Over the next 2 to 4 months right there, totally taken care of. And then you could do that with like the Chase card, and like there's so many other cards out there. But anyway, you should never be paying for plane tickets like that, ever.
But I mean, I could be more frugal, but the thing is, I enjoy the lifestyle that I have, and at the end of the day, all the stuff that I try to purchase, it's not like I'm just, traveling every day or on experiences. I try to buy things that'll be around in 20 years or in 30 years.
All right, I can totally respect that, and there's really nothing wrong with him going out and spending all of this money. I mean, there is a bit wrong with that, because then it gets me angry, but in the bigger picture, I mean, as long as he doesn't mind saving up more money and accumulating more rental properties to be able to pay for all of that, and as long as he acknowledges that that is going to set him back a little bit, maybe, a few years or whatever in terms of reaching his financial independence goal, then you know what, by all means. But overall, I gotta say, he's doing a lot of things right. I would say he's doing more right than he's doing wrong. And it seems like the wrong things he's doing aren't really that bad. I mean, yeah, sure, $47,000 in credit card debt, that's pretty devastating. I mean, that hurts, that breaks my heart to hear something like that. I'll probably get that paid off within about 8 to 10 months, and then that's gonna be a thing of the past, never gonna do that again. And overall, I gotta say, I would really hope that once his debt is paid off, he's gonna be putting all that $5,000 towards maxing out his retirement accounts, maxing out all of his investments he possibly can. That way, he can start saving like $60,000 a year. You're gonna be so rich, and then all you need to do is use the link down below in the description, and Webull is going to be giving you 2 free stocks to deposit $100 on the platform. So that is another thing that he could be doing, and so could you if you guys want. But again, to finish this all off, this was a good episode of Millennial Money, and I can't wait to see the next episodes whenever those come out. This is always a classic, so if you guys wouldn't mind, really quick before you leave this video, to smash the like button, subscribe. Also, feel free to add me on Instagram. I post there pretty much daily, so if you want to be a part of it there, feel free to add me there. And then, like I said, if you guys want 2 free stocks, Webull, the free stock trading platform, will give you 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 on the platform, with one of the stocks being valued up to $1,400. And for those that are not aware, Webull is basically a free stock trading platform similar to Robinhood, except it's a little bit more advanced, and they give you 2 free stocks. Robinhood only gives you 1, Webull gives you 2, and the second one is valued up to a lot of money. So anyway, if you guys want that, link down below in the description. Let me know what 2 stocks you get. Let me know. So anyway, with that said, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.